that he has taken some ownership and he's trying to do some things differently.
A couple more questions from the Hoppy Carnivore. Do you have any insights on how they're drilling down on these candidates? It seems, and his argument is, it seems like player scouting and development are the two most important factors, since you can't count on free agents.
Yeah, I think that they are. The simple fact that they've targeted the Nets, the Rockets, and the Nuggets, and then the Clippers before, when Michael Winger decided to stay in Los Angeles, but they targeted organizations that are known for player development, that are known for finding players either in the draft or free agency and getting them in a system and getting them working to be effective. I mean, Denver had Monty Morris and Malik Beasley. Nikola Jokic is another one. Gary Harris, Jamal Murray. They've all been drafted and developed. You have Houston getting like Daniel House and reviving Gerald Green and Clint Capella and some of these other guys that they've surrounded Harden and Paul with. PJ Tucker is a signing, but they have helped develop into things. Brooklyn with Karis LeVert and Spencer Dinwiddie and D'Angelo Russell and Joe Harris, like all of these organizations that they've gone to are rooted in finding talent, in finding it deeper in the draft, and in developing that into good to really good players, sometimes even great players. And so that tells me that that's the priority for them in this. They know that with their salary cap situation and being situated in Minnesota, that free agency is not the way to fix what ails them, and that they have to be able to identify talent and bring it in and have it get better. And that includes their existing talent with Tyus Jones and Andrew Wiggins and so many of the other guys that seem to have stagnated over the last couple of years. So yes, that's their process. They do have several people involved in the interview process that are trying to see what each candidate brings to the table and how they would handle different situations. And so I think all of that is being taken into account as they try to find the next leader here.
Two more quick questions. Thanks to everybody for listening. Subscribe at iTunes, your favorite podcast app. Check out all the other shows at TalkNorth.com. From Stephen Shaga, is Mike Zarin of the Celtics in the running?
He is not in the running right now. He is a very well thought of executive, so much so that he's made it pretty clear that he loves Boston and only will leave for like the perfect situation. So the Timberwolves are certainly not the perfect situation, and so they went other ways. So as far as I don't even know if they made a call on him. Maybe they did, but they went after guys who they think they are in a real position to get, who want this job and want to come in and do really well here.
Last question. Thanks for all the good Twitter questions from Blue Hen Terp. What's John's opinions on trading Wigs? I'm sorry. Let's skip that part because we already talked about it. He said, what do you think about moving him to two guard like Sam Mitchell suggested?
Well, look, it depends on who you talk to, because a lot of coaches will say in the modern NBA, 2 and 3 are essentially interchangeable. I do like the idea if you play him at 2 and you play Covington next to him as a bigger 3. Generally, Andrew is going to get a smaller defender on him, and he can maybe take advantage of that person in the post a little bit more than he could if a small forward is defending him. But defenses can switch with cross matches and things like that. So it's something to explore. I don't think that is sort of like the magic bullet that will cure things for Andrew Wiggins. Maybe it's something that you can look at and tinker with him in different lineups at the 2, at the 3, and see what works there. And I'm sure it will be explored, but I'm not sure that that's going to make an enormous difference one way or the other.
Great stuff from John. Thanks to everybody who listens. We will be back next week with more Launch Angle news.